Hello guys, I hope you guys are all okay, and welcome to another video. And this video today I'm bringing you is the summer solstice, which is happening on the 21st of June. Every year, the summer solstice in Cancer, because it's a time that the sun is going to be rising. The sun is going to be shining. The sun is going to be highlighting. And it's going to be all the themes of Cancer. We have now entered again the cardinal time, a time of new beginnings. We just had one in Aries, the spring equinox. So obviously there was a lot of new beginnings for a lot of us. And now we are in the mother hen, the father hen of Cancer, where themes are going to be brought down to the home, down to the family. The card for this, which we visit every year, is the, as I said, the Venus card. It is a Venus card, but it is the Empress card. Because, you know, 2 add 1 is 3. But also, it is not only is it the Venus, not only is it the Empress card, it's also the... Why my mind just gone blank? I know it's like Mercury retrograde. Yeah, sorry. It's also the World card. Okay, so we are having conversation, well, not planet, but we are having more conversations with the Empress card and also with the World card. Now, these two cards are the, you know, the major arcana. They are actually opposite signs because no, it's not actually opposite signs. They're actually complement signs. I was thinking of Cancer, actually. So the Empress card is the Taurus card. It's about art, beauty, femininity, how we are taking care of ourselves. It's to do sensuality. It's also to do how we nurture ourselves. So when the sun goes into Cancer, every year we visit the Empress. So it's definitely like a fiery time from the 20th of March with the Emperor. You know, the Emperor is making us, you know, really get down to business, no messing around, serious time. Let's build, let's connect, let's grow, let's start something fresh. With the Empress card, it's okay, things are going to be slowing down a bit more. And this card is about fertility. Yes, it's fertility in terms of, you know, pregnancy, but also it's how we are growing something within the womb. Is connecting to our emotional senses. This is a time of great massage. This is what whenever I see the Empress card, is a time of great massage. But it's a time we are going to be connecting from a fiery energy to our intuition. And also we're going to be exploring our emotions. Every year we visit this. And also, of course, every year is very different. Okay, because during this time, even like looking at what the planets are saying, a lot of the energy for this summer solstice in Cancer is very grounding. It actually feels very earthy as well, especially when it comes to our how we want to earn money, you know, artistic. It is about creativity. It's about our standard of living. It's also to do with how we grow and our self-worth. Very much a Venus time. And I feel a lot of us during this time, you know, like on a general collective energy, a lot of us are going to be looking at our career in a very different way. There could be a sense of, you know, working smarter and not harder. And that means obviously working part-time. And it could be, you know, and also when that happens, obviously you're earning less. But we are seeing how we can be more happier now. Okay, especially when it comes to like our work and how we are going to be seen. Being seen as important is not going to be about how much money we have or how much we can gain. It's about how much we can be, you know, it's about security conscious, but it's also about, you know, having fun, slowing down, and doing things for less so that we can do things that we can pursue, especially things that we love as well. We also during this time, getting back to basics in terms of like, again, our work, and also when it comes to like what we're eating, our health is going to play a big role. Being a bit of course being a bit more grounded, but also because the ascendant to this is Virgo, and Virgo is ruled by the 6th house. It's about work, it's our how we're treating ourselves, within the work. And there can be obviously the light side and the dark side, but the light side to this is, you know, really looking at how we are treating our bodies, how we're treating our mental health, how we are treating ourselves. You know, are things in place? Are we organizing ourselves as well? You know, because there is going to be, you know, a lot of the themes also during this time for the next 3 months is going to be a lot of themes of change. But in order for change to happen, we of course have to plan wisely. You know, make sure that there's no mistakes, or trying to make sure that there's no mistakes. It's about us being practical now, because you know, last year when the sun was the summer solar eclipse in Cancer, it was a different time. Things felt very much up in the air. So we're bringing things back down to earth. We're bringing things back down to home. It's about being more logical, more truthful, more, you know, idealistic. But we're also concentrating on the smaller details. We're concentrating on taking care of ourselves, and especially very much like in an intellectual way. And, you know, we're going to be seeing a lot more themes of this. You know, there's also going to be lots of changes in how we dress, because obviously it's summertime, changes in what we eat, changes in our workout regime, changes in jobs. There could be lots of, like, especially a lot of physical changes within jobs as well. There could be like major shifts that happen that a lot of us may not like, but again, this is this is what happens, okay? And it's about trying to move with that. It may not be easy, because remember, this is Cancer. We're going into Cancer, which is about security. It needs to know what is going on. So it's actually a great card to have with the, you know, the cards that we have for this, with the Venus card, with the Empress card, which is grounding us, but it's also making sure that we are constantly, for the next 3 months, taking care of ourselves, or trying to take care of ourselves much more, being more grounded, more earthy, you know, interacting with Mother Nature, slowing down when we need to, having nourishing foods, you know. And also because it's summertime as well, guys, things are going to be changing. You know, like I said before, we're going to be changing every aspect in what we're doing, how we're dressing. We're not going to be eating the same. We're not going to be dressing the same. The sun's coming out. So why not get things out there? The other card, which I just spoken about before, the Well card, it is about, you know, belonging, what we've accomplished. It's also to do with travel, fulfillment, and also endings. So again, we are going from the Empress of this whole nurturing to an ending. I do feel with this card messages saying that there's going to be, again, lots of changes that's going to be happening for a lot of us in the whole sphere, within our home, our family, relationships, business, and personal. but also in a physical sense as well. So yes, it also is, you know, this summer solstice is very busy. Again, like I said, it's a very busy time, but it's a time busy grounding, you know, busy grounding, busy getting back to basics, busy getting back to, in a way, what we know, but we're going to be doing it in a different way. And it's going to be, you know, there is some uncomfortableness in this too. Let's not forget we have Jupiter that's in Aries. Okay, before last year, it was in Pisces. So it actually sort of smoothed things over a little. Because it's in Aries, it does square Cancer. So this whole energy and theme of to do with like our resources in some way, our debts, our loans, and our, you know, how we are in our relationships, but also during this time, especially for the next nearly 3 months, nearly 4 months, there's going to be fears and traumas that's going to be brought up that we're also going to have to work with too. So, and also with Aries being there, it can also bring up some tension and frustrations, some drama. Okay, 'cause remember it's hot. You know, the summertime is very hot, and it does depend on where you live. It can be, because like in the UK, it does get hot, but you know, it really does depend. But in other countries, things are getting hot. We also mustn't forget we have Mars, which is in Aries as well. So this is going to be, you know, shaking things up in a grand way, shaking things up in a way that a lot of us are actually ready for, because it's a brand new start, it's a new beginning. But also it may shake so much things that we try to control and we also have no control. So, but regardless, it's again a brand new time. It's cardinal time. The 4 cardinal signs of Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, and Libra, they always herald like a new change for a lot of us. And, you know, it's, you know, for some of us, it can be quite hard during these next couple of months to feel as joyous. But I do see that there is going to be some expansion within things that we want and things that we love. And it's concerning all of these themes of money, you know, resources, shared resources, but also there can be things that we really definitely need to work on as well, especially when it's concerning like jobs and employment. And you know, these are, but we're going to be feeling, a lot of us, we will be feeling this emotionally. Remember, we are in you know, we are in Cancer season, you know. So yeah, it's a whole mixed bag. Obviously, this is a general. This is what I definitely see. So yes, a grand time, and you know, these tarot cards of the World and of the Empress is going to be ushering us new energies as well. It is showing us that there, you know, of course, there are times when during this next 4 months, some of us will have to work really hard in order to maintain like a status quo, but in order to maintain like an emotional balance. But we're going to also see that, you know, how far we've come. You know, the World card is about accomplishments. It is a karmatic card as well. So it's a case of whatever you put out, you can get back. But we are going to be learning. You know, you've come full circle. This card is about coming full circle. You know, you've either you've changed things, or things have been changed, but you've learnt from it, and now you're ready to move on. Because the next card to this is obviously, of the World card, is the Fool card, and we are in a full year. You know, I don't know if you guys saw my podcast where I actually talk about last year was actually the World year, because you know, it's 21, isn't it? 2021, and obviously 21 is the World card. So last year was the World card. This year we are in the 0 card, which is the full year. So it's a brand new beginning. It is very up and down, as you guys can all see, but regardless. So yes, some of you can also see themes of endings from last year that's actually going to be ending this year too. So obviously keep an eye on that. But regardless, these cards are saying there are going to be lots of rewards, especially if you do like the inner work, the grounding work, the nurturing work, and also learn from it as well. Okay. So going with the theme of the Empress card and the World card, the messages that they have for us, I'm going to be talking to the signs. Some of the general themes that you could look forward to seeing, or what could be happening for until September. So obviously we're going to start off with Cancer. So Cancer, this is in your first house. You are revved up, ready to go. The theme is of feeling. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. The definitely theme is of feeling. So for you, Cancer, working with these two tarot cards, it's about coming home to the body, coming home to the self. I feel there's lots of questions that's going to be coming up, Cancer, about what you need to, what needs that you want, but also what needs to be changed. Some of you may be very slow for the changes that can happen. Some of you may not be ready. Okay, the Empress card is asking you to really find a way to emote, but also ground and be in touch with that feminine self. Be in touch with that there is lots of things that are going to be coming up for you now, between now and the next 3 months. And this is definitely concerning yourself, how you view yourself, how you see yourself. So, I feel that some of the, especially with this card, is yes, it's a fertility card, but it's also a motherhood card. Some of you, the Empress is asking you about your mother, is asking you about your family, your home, your roots. It's asking you about how you're taking care of yourself. Are you working too hard? Are you leaving things at the back burner and not concentrated on the inner? The World card is, is a Saturn card. So this definitely could be to do with your relationships. There could be endings to do with relationship. There could be an ending also of something that you've always done in your relationship that now has to come full circle for something brand new to begin. Again, there's work that needs to be done, i.e. communication. Some of you may want to just really hold things within, but it's about emoting it out. There's also an element of definite control, whether you're controlling or whether your partner's controlling, or if you're working with people that are controlling. I see lots of energies and themes of work life coming to an end. It's not necessarily just leaving or being fired, or it's just that there's lots of changes that are coming. It could be a new boss, it could be new rules, it could also be, new people coming in as well, which may rock a lot of you or may shake a lot of you. There could also be people that have worked there for a very long time leaving, or even you may decide, you know what, I actually feel more confident that I want to work as a boss or a CEO. But with these two cards are actually lovely cards for you, because I feel a lot of you Cancers are going to be doing some more creative work. And it doesn't have to necessarily mean writing, or it's just something creative that you've always loved to do. And because this is in your sign as well, Cancer, you're going to give yourself that permission to do it as well. So big change around that's coming for you Cancers. And you can also see how you were last year till this year, and how far you've grown to. Leo, this is in your 12th house. Okay, so this is a time that I feel that the 12th house is about endings, about completions, it's through spirituality. And I feel that the World card has come up really big for you here, because it is about endings. There's things that you are leaving, there's things that you are ready to leave. Some of you may feel that you are not ready yet, like holding on, but it's like a trial and tribulation thing that's going on during this for the next 3 months. Obviously, the sun's going to go into your sign, so obviously things will change, but on the whole, for the next 3 months, because of this cardinal energy, there's a hell of a lot to learn for a lot of you Leos, and definitely this is behind the scenes. Again, I see that there are some things that you guys, when you are willing to do the inner work, the emotional work, you're going to be transformed in a way. There's going to be a lot of success, but this is to do with you doing that work. This is also to do with like vices that you're letting go of. This is also to do with, you know, your mindset as well. I feel a lot of you are definitely going to be changing things within a job. Some of you may leave a full-time job to get into a part-time job, or you may decide you want to leave your job as well. You may want to start doing some creation work, some shape or form. You know, remember, this is a very secretive time for a lot of you Leos, so there could also be, you know, this card is also about planning. I feel a lot of you are going to be planning a lot behind the scenes, and it's not about necessarily telling people. It's just like, you know, planning and, you know, writing things down, making that sort of like long lasting plan for your future. The Empress card message for you is, you know, the Empress is Taurus. Taurus rules your 10th house. So again, your career is playing a huge part. But also, you know, your status. This is also about your relationship. This is about how you are with bosses. This is about how you are also having that time for yourself, how you are nurturing your creativity, because you are a creative sign. Are you putting more work into your career and not enough into your creativity? And also, if you are a mother or a dad, are you putting enough time into the family? Because it can be a very explosive time for a lot of you Leos. It can be a time that you guys are feeling extremely ambitious to earning more money, to really put yourself out there, to be promoted. But the Empress card is guiding you to really feel your heart. Like, what is it you actually love? You know, and you know, some of these, again, these questions will be very secret to a lot of you Leos. Like when you're having that downtime in your bedroom or wherever you are, you know, these questions will be coming up. You know, you may see people that are actually doing things that they love, and you'll be looking at yourself and thinking, why am I not doing that? You know, so these can definitely come up. So the Empress card is playing a huge energy in terms of especially your creativity, but in terms of what you love, how you're taking care of yourself. Are you nurturing yourself in a way that is giving you the positivity that you're all about? Okay. Virgos, this is in your 11th house. So friends, your goals, groups, associations, things to do with social media. There's going to be lots of changes that happen here. You're guided very much within yourself, Virgos, during this time. You and Cancers get on very well. Obviously, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of a brand new sort of like cycle, should I say? That's to do with like your goals and your friends. I feel that these friends can come and go. Remember, we're working with these two cards. So the World card is of you like looking back at your friends, your groups, your associations, and it could be you looking back from what happened last year to how full circle it actually has come now. There may have been people that have come into your life, Virgos, that have helped you in a beautiful way, but now these people may have left, or you may have decided that I'm not sure if these are the right people for me. Like their goals and beliefs may not be aligning with what I'm about, or they, you know, because remember, Virgos, you're one of the most pickiest signs. Remember, this is a general. So there may have been high expectations that you have wanted from a friend, or they may have high expectations from you, and now you'll see that they're not really met. So the World card is showing you there's an end of a cycle that's happening. Some of you may even decide that you want to, like, you know, live near some friends, have like this more of like a community space as well. Like your goals are definitely changing. Some of you can be more ambitious, but this is about shared goals, you know. So there may be, if you are in a group and you like have like a organization together, you guys may be doing some brainstorming now and decide that these things are not actually working. We need to either start fresh or start something new. These are some of the themes that are definitely coming up. And with the Empress card, which Taurus actually rules your ninth house, is of your belief system, you know, but your beliefs are definitely changing now. You're going to see a huge turnaround, Virgos, in terms of your, you know, what you view as sustainable. Okay, I feel that things very much may be very up in the air for a lot of you. So it's now that there's like a huge change, a huge turnaround. Some of you Virgos who are doing a type of job that is very, you know, like mundane, very, you know, corporate, you may decide to do something a bit more creative now. Okay, you may decide that you want to like inspire people. You actually want to teach people. So the teaching is of, you know, if you're working with like younger people, or, you know, or just like doing some type of higher learning, you may want to do something that is going to interest you for the long run. So the Empress card is about creativity. So finding like a new creative outlet, but also that's going to also help you on a higher level as well. And also, of course, this can bring like more financial rewards, because the 11th house is to do with gains. So you're being guided, especially by this Empress card, to find out what you love, what type of belief system that you're going to be seeing. That's going to be very different as well. But also, it's not just about the money, it's about what you love. Okay, and it could be in the whole realms. It could be to do with the law. Some of you may decide that you've saved enough, and now you're going to be doing writing. You know, you've had a lot of experiences already, so you can write about it. And some of you may decide that you want to live somewhere a bit more calmer as well. So that could be living in, I don't know, living near the forest, for instance, because you want to be a bit more grounded. But still, the sensuality that's going to be coming out is going to be of a grounding sense, but also that's going to be more emotionally wealthy for you. Libra, this is in your 10th house. Wow, 10th house. So for the next, you know, nearly four months, you are about your career. Okay, you are definitely about your career. And again, I feel that there's going to be some of you may gain a new career, getting promotion or working towards a promotion, working more closely with your boss. Some of you may be like a CEO of your company, or just may be in charge more. I feel a lot of you Libras could be very ambitious as well. But remember, this is Cancer. So what are you emotionally connecting to in your career? Okay, because with the World card, it is about success, but it is about the rise and fall of success. Because especially if we turn it around, this is, you know, some of you may not feel that you are enjoying what you're doing. You may not feel as accomplished. Some of you may feel that, you know, you're putting so much work in, but you're not actually achieve your dreams in some way. So it's about looking at your energy as well. Are you being sucked? Is your energy being sucked out with the job that you're doing? And if things may actually also, remember this is a Saturn card, so there may be things that feel quite stagnated for a lot of you. Remember, Cancer squares you, so it just means that you may just have to work a bit harder, especially if you're going to be changing anything within your role in some way. So yes, definitely, there's definitely like new goals I feel a lot of you are wanting. If you are happy within your job, you may want to do something a little bit less, i.e. again, working part-time, you know, but this actually can help you with your energy levels. It can actually help you feel a bit more happier. It can also actually help you feel a bit more content and balanced as well. Or I feel a lot of you may not mind having less. You just want more happiness, you know, because it comes to a point sometimes that, you know, the more harder you work, the more, the more you earn, the more hard you have to work, and then you just like lose yourself. So this turnaround might, a lot of you Librans might be thinking, you know, I'm actually losing myself in this, and things are actually suffering, like my relationship is suffering, and my health is suffering, or things are just suffering around you. Okay. So with the Empress card for the next 4 months for you, the message is about you looking at, again, I feel that relationships like are going to be playing a big part, but also when it comes to like joint finances. Okay, so for the Libras that have expensive tastes, or the Libras that are very ambitious, you know, your finances actually look very solid. um this is great for you guys to be pursuing something like redecorating the home, you know, just like doing things that you love. Like there's things that you can actually really afford to do, and I feel a lot of you are going to be a bit more fulfilled. But for some of you Librans, some of you may want to just take it slow, just want to chill a bit, because this is a Venus card. You are ruled by Venus. Some of you may just, you know, want to take a holiday with your family. You know, you may want to start creating as well. Yeah, and also having a bit of a downtime for the next 4 months. You know, yes, I do feel a lot of you are going to be doing the work. Remember, this is a 10th house for the next 4 months, but you want a bit of a downtime. You want a slow time. I feel that and with this, there can be lots of changes that happen as well. So it's good to really listen to your intuition, because the 8th house is about the intuition. It's about the occult. Some of you may even decide that you want to like learn more about occult work and do the, you know, well, you can say the juju work, but more of the spiritual work, the spiritual realms. And you know, fears can definitely come up as well. Some of you may fear that if you do slow down, you're going to miss out. Your boss may come at you, or I don't think so, Libra. I think it's more that, you know, there needs to be a change that happens now. So listening to your intuition and working through your fears when it comes to like your career, and seeing where you want between now and next year to be. Okay, so the Empress card is your intuition, and it's going to be guiding you in a good way. I feel finances wise, you know, financials, I feel it's going to be very fine. It's going to be very set. You just have to work on things that you love, especially when the Empress card comes up. Scorpio, this is in your 9th house, so the house of higher learning. You know, your goals and dreams could be changing as well. Your belief system, long distance travel, people from faraway places and lands, law, publishing, but essentially beliefs and spirituality. So that's the theme for this whole of this summer season for you. You guys will be very happy. I feel that, you know, definitely very happy. Although we do have eclipses, that is still shining that light on you. Remember, this is a general, but we have to also remember we still have the eclipses that is shining on you as well. So working with these tarot cards, you know, the World card is, I feel that there's going to be more structure when it comes to your, you know, your belief system. You know, I feel that there's going to be some of these, it feels like there's things that you guys always wanted to learn, and you're now going to be doing it now. So this is going to be like the summer of fun and love, but also the summer of learning, the summer of actually getting that book and reading it, actually doing the manifestation work, actually starting to do meditation. Actually, you know, your mindset is changing of positivity, not negativity. Even if you do feel that you're going to like that shadow side, it's like, okay, what did I learn in that book again? Okay, so you're going to be learning a lot about yourself. I feel that whatever you're learning now, especially with the World card, is going to carry on between now and next year. This will also help you during the eclipses that is in your sign as well. This can help within a new job. This can help with any position. The higher your vibration now, Scorpio, is you're going to start seeing things manifesting towards you. Remember, this is a Saturn card, so this is like for the long haul. Okay, so if you are wanting to reach a certain status or position, it can be done. It's only because your mindset has definitely changed. So again, some of you may even want to travel, may want to travel to learn. It could be like you're seeking out a new mentor, surrounding yourself with certain people. I do feel that there's, the world card is saying that certain people that you align yourself with, especially if they're from different cultures or creeds, they could be really inspirational for you for the long haul. Okay, and it's also a time that see this more as a spiritual investment, and it's a, in a way, be mindful, because the ninth house is the Sagittarius house. It's a very preachy house, so you guys may, yes, I feel that because this is definitely for a long haul, especially this card, some of you may, this sense of, whatever you sort of say goes. So you guys could be very bossy, especially if you're trying to help someone. And it could be too much for some people. That's just a little, but still, it's definitely for the long haul. I feel that you are definitely like completing an old way of thinking and feeling, and you're beginning like a new way. And you're going to feel that, why didn't I do this before? Cancer season has come many times for me. So why is the change now? And the change is because of these eclipses. Okay. Obviously, there could be other stuff as well. But, any challenges that you experience as well, Scorpions, you're going to be, you'll be able to go through it a little bit more smoothly. The Empress card is, the Empress is ruled by your 7th house. And relationships could be taken forth. I feel this is like relationships to do with people who are coming into your life now, who are, they could have Taurus, they could be very nurturing, they could also be quite feminine. Doesn't matter if it's a boy, a man, or a woman, but they can have this sort of like groundedness that a lot of you may be seeking. This for the next 4 months could be very fast for a lot of you Scorpions, even though it's an emotional time, but it can also be very fast. Like you may be taking a lot of things in too fast, but the people that are coming in your life, the Empress is saying that they could be very grounding, they could be very smooth, they can calm you down. And if some of you are looking for a relationship, they could also calm you down. I feel that people that are coming into your life, the Empress card is saying people that come into your life are going to be very emotional. They could be more emotional like you. There could be an air of mystery about them as well, but they will make you get your head out of the book sometimes and smell the roses, because you can be very intense with what you are learning during this time. Some of you may also want to start writing as well. If you writ like last year, the Empress card is a creative card. So you guys may start to sort of like write from the heart more, writing about your experiences, things that happened to you in the past. You never know, you could meet someone who's a Taurus, who's a publisher, or people around you, they could know someone who knows someone, or they can just help you get your work out there as well. You guys will be learning so many things this month, but again, the Empress card is guiding you to like take a step back, take care of yourself, and smell the roses. Trying to maintain some balance as well with having fun and play. But all in all, it's a very good couple of months for you Scorpios. Sagittarius. During this summer solstice in Cancer, a lot of your energy is to do with your 8th house, which is the house of rebirth, debts, loans, transformation, joint finances. And, every year, Sagittarius is a time where things may slow down for you, okay? And with the World card, what it's showing you is that, I feel a lot of you are going to be working very hard to pay off any loans, debts. There may be talk of like inheritances coming up, or any things to do with like your joint finances somehow. But I feel that you're going to be working on transforming things in a different way. Emotional stuff can definitely come up for a lot of you. That, you know, some of you may want to like purge or just not work on, but it may continue to come up, which when that happens, it's just about transforming yourself, actually communicating and talking and sorting this thing out once and for all. Like I said, every year, every solstice, summer solstices comes up for you. And obviously this year is going to be no different. Okay. And the world card message is, you know, once you like put the work in, once you complete like a cycle, or once you complete like transforming, and once you don't bury things, you know, there can be, it's like an energy of like good karma coming for a lot of you. Like you've ended one thing and you're going to work on something else now. What else is going to come up? What else is this? What else do I need to talk about? What else? There's a lot of like, what else is next? With the Empress card, this card is going to be like your sort of like small guide. You know, the Taurus, this Empress Taurus card actually rules, you know, your sixth house. So it's a time to really take care of yourself, because, you know, even though it's summertime, you know, you may want to, you know, be up, active and about. There can be physical changes that happen as well. You know, you may want to really push yourself, but you may need to just really listen to your body and slow down. You know, restructure things in a different way, in a slower way. The pace actually feels a little bit more slower now. You know, your career could also be on you know, you could be working really hard on your career, on your status as well. And really sort of like pushing yourself in a way so that you can keep busy. Because there's this also energy of, I want to keep busy, I want to keep busy. So, you know, the Empress is guiding you to really take care of like your body, really take care of like the mental, emotional, and physical health. Don't push yourself. Make sure that you take time out for yourself as well. Taking time out for yourself can also help with the purging, especially with the emotional purging that can come during the next nearly 4 months. And, you know, work with that, you know, because you never know what can happen, what you can bring up. Some of you Sagittarians also may feel very emotional, that you just want to just talk to your partner, and especially if you have any fears, like if the relationship's not on a steady ground, you may want to, you know, really do some deep communication, which can actually transform your relationship as well, you know. So, and if you feel that you're being very possessive or controlling in any way, that also needs to be looked at during the next 4 months. Capricorn, this summer solstice in Cancer is in your 7th house. So you're going to be really feeling this. In fact, all the cardinal signs will be feeling this actually. So, you know, you're revisiting your relationships. Relationships going to play a big part, especially when it comes to, you know, contracts, the physical, the mental, the emotional, you know, your general relationships. I feel, you know, with the with the card of the card, I was going to say Saturn card. It is actually a Saturn card, actually. It's a Saturn card. The World Saturn card for you, you may be feeling your element actually, because you're going to be seeing your relationship very differently now, in a whole new light. There could be a commitment. There could be you relaxing a little bit. There could be splits, makeups, breakups. There could, you know, there could be a whole multitude of things. But essentially, I feel you're learning a lot about your relationships. Some of you may even want to travel. You know, if your relationship's like on a, it's not necessarily, yes, stable ground, but if it's like on a bit of a shaky ground, You may want to revisit something in your relationship with your partner, whether it's a date night or going to places where you both love, or, you know, just really bonding more with your family. You may want to travel to the country, to another, you know, to the countryside, the country. But I do feel that this card is saying that there's a lot of revisiting happening and mending offenses. You know, whenever the summer solstice hits your 7th house every year, the energies are very different. You know, they're extremely different. You guys are definitely learning a lot as well. I feel your ideals will definitely change. Your belief systems, your, you know, your work ethic. And, you know, if your relationship is, you know, fine, that's even better, you know, because it can actually help you to open your mind to something else that you may have wanted to study. You may want to align yourself with different types of groups or people who are like more or less like the same mindset as yourself, or they could be very different. And some of you may be guided to have some fun as well this month, okay? Have a bit of fun. Let your hair down a bit. And speaking of letting your hair down, you know, this Venus card, this Taurus card, you know, it actually rules your 5th house. And this is about you nurturing a type of creative talent that you've always been about, Capricorns. And, you know, your children or your partners, you know, or even your friends, or even people that you're associating with, they could be really inspirational for you now. And it's actually really great because the summertime is, it can feel very much like a time that some of you may want to just relax, want to kick back, want to sort of like daydream, or you just want to, you know, make sure that, you know, you're just enjoying yourself. You know, if your partner wants to do something crazy, go with it. You know, it's a nice time to be enjoying different types of food, and, you know, really dressing like with different colors like red, or, you know, just really kicking back, really enjoying yourself, but also being creative. And, you know, creativity is many different realms, Capricorn. It can also bring in extra money. Not extra money, but it can also bring in a new source of income. I thought of you, Capricorns, you may see during this summer solstice that you know, there's a softer side that's coming out for you. Very much a softer side, very much a tender side. You may not see it, but people will see it. And it's all good when this happens. So really try and enjoy yourself this month. Whether relationships are stable, whether they're up and down, you know, if there's anything that needs to be fixed, you know, I feel some of you will actually really try your best to work on it, instead of like burying your head in the sand with any type of like contracts or work. You know, if it's worth fighting for, do it, Capricorn. Aquarius, this summer solstice in Cancer's in your 6th house, so which is about your routines, your work, people that you work with, your health, your wellness, your fitness, the mental, the physical. These are going to be the themes for the next 4 months. So you guys may be on a roll, right? Okay, you know what? Summer's here. I'm going to get fit. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to change up my diet and routine. You know, you got Saturn in your house anyway, so this can actually really help a lot of you. You know, with Cancer ruling your 6th house, Aquarius, there can be a theme of thinking that, you know, you're doing well, but then you really need to rest. So it's about listening to your body. If during this time that you tend to like eat too much chocolates, for instance, don't feel bad, because tomorrow is a next day. There's a reason why Cancer is in your 6th house, because it's, yes, there can be a time that, you know, you can probably eat your emotions, especially if you get really nervous or anxious, but, you know, don't be too hard on yourself, you know. But still, I have a feeling it's going to be very hot this year, very, very hot. So you guys may, it can actually help you as well, especially if you want to get fit and changing up your routine somehow. But also your work life too. With the World card, there could be some changes that happen with your work, a lot of changes that happen, you know, especially with Saturn being there. Some of you may decide that you don't want to do as much as you used to do. You want to like sort of like draw back a bit. You don't want to push yourself too much. You really want to take, you're really listening to your body. You're really listening to yourself. You're really listening to any like niggles that are happening. Some of you may change departments. Departments can be changed. Some of you could also decide that, you know, you may not be, your earning potential is not as you want it to be. So there can be lots of changes there. Some of you could actually gain money. I feel some of you can actually gain money, which is always good, which can help with the home, which can help transform your home some shape or form. And yeah, there's a lot of changes that are happening, especially with like the World card. The World card is coming full circle for a lot of you. Some of you can actually find out some secrets at work. You know, there's things that you find out that no one else found out, and for some reason you hear about it. Maybe it's because you're talking to like the right person as well. The other card you have is the Empress card, which, you know, Taurus rules your 4th house. And this is going to be like your guide of coming home, how you view home, what's your self-worth when you're at home. Are you relaxing at home? Are you, you know, taking care of yourself as well when you're at home? Are you really relaxing? Are you, is your mind, because your mind could definitely be on the work, on your, your wellness. But when it's time to come home, it's about relaxing. It's about, you know, enjoying yourself, enjoying the food that you're eating, enjoying like the family life as well. Or if you are with friends that are like family, really enjoying their company. Some of you may want to be alone a lot during this, you know, this summer solstice. Some of you may want to, you know, just again kick back and just really take everything in, you know, because work can be quite stressful as well. With the 6th house, Cancer in your 6th house, it, you know, it can take an emotional toll on some of you Aquarians during this time. So coming to home, really relaxing, pottering about, you know, putting your feet, if you've got a garden, even more better. You know, you might decide that you want to garden, you want to plant more, you want to grow vegetables in a different way. You know, this is, I feel that this is actually really nice for a lot of you, because this is actually helping you. This is actually helping like the mental health. This is actually helping the physical. But also this is going to be helping you to, like, you know, if you're not, especially if you're not enjoying work, when you take care of like your health, then your mind is more clear. And if you're doing something that you like to do at home, you know, you go to work with a bit of a fresh mind. But also, especially you're spending time with a lot of people that you love, that, you know, that they love you as well. Because essentially home is definitely where the heart is. And some of you guys will probably see that a lot happening now. Pisces, like the water signs, you're going to be enjoying this. This is in your 5th house. So the themes are creativity, children. It's also to do with entrepreneurship, money, fitness. So this is where your energies are. And I keep saying full cycle because of the World card. But I feel that a lot of you Pisces, if you've not been as motivated or creative, you may start to do it now. Remember, Jupiter is, although it's not in your sign, it's come out of your sign. I feel a lot of you Pisces are still feeling that Jupiterian energy, especially the you Pisces that are late degrees. You're getting that second dose of Jupiterian energy because you're ruled by it. But Jupiter is in Aries, which is about, you know, your money, your self-worth. So you guys, I feel some of you Pisces may actually, I feel that a lot of you will be very creative now. Yeah, have this drive and energy to be creative. Not only just to earn money, because obviously money can come to a lot of you, but putting the work in. And with the World card is like, sort of like urging you to like put as much work in as you can. Even though it is an end of a cycle, there's going to be some transformation that's going to be happening for a lot of you. Cancer, the summer solstice in Cancer may make a lot of you Pisces not feel as energized because of the whole water. So even when it's summertime, you guys may want to just do something, be a bit more leisure, do a bit more leisure work. But still, some of you may, even if you're near the beach, if you're lucky to go near the beach or even going on a holiday, you may just do a little bit of like writing, poetry, working on a blog, working on a book, but taking it easy, really taking everything in, because I feel that a lot of you will be very much inspired. And I think this time round, a lot of you will be just working, like being quite consistent, more so than other times. And I think obviously Jupiter, because Jupiter might be involved. And I feel that your relationships as well with your partner or with your family, things might be a bit more smooth as well, because I feel that you guys are going to be a bit more relaxed. Some of you could get a bit anxious because things may be working a way that things may be a bit slow for some, things may be a bit too fast for some. So it can leave a lot of you feeling quite, you don't know where your head is. But essentially, I feel that there's going to be a lot more communication happening. You know, I feel that a lot of you Pisces, some of you Pisces can actually gain a lot of like opportunities, like work opportunities and creative opportunities as well. And, you know, even going with like the Empress card, even you guys relaxing, being creative. This fifth house is also about children. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was played, you know, your children can inspire you somehow, but also, you know, there could be news of kids like your friends or your cousins or people that you know, or even yourself. There could be big news of children that's going to be playing huge as well. So there may be definitely like a cause for celebration. And I feel a lot of you also will be, you know, communicating more with your siblings. There may be changes in your neighborhood as well. But essentially, I feel that a lot of you may, you know, your mindset is definitely going to be different. It could be because to do with the nodes as well, but there's just a different energy for a lot of you Pisces, and a very exciting energy as well. So even if you are kicking back, I feel some of you will still be on that, you know, got to do something, but slow but steady. But yeah, very fun times for you. Hello Aries. So this summer solstice for the next couple of months is in your 4th house, the house of home, the actual Cancer house. A lot of themes to do with family, roots, the past, home. You know, home is definitely going to be where the heart is. But this is going to be a different one for you, Aries, because, you know, you have Jupiter, which is in your house. It's in your sign. And the main theme, obviously, I'm picking up is to slow down, pace yourself. Because you definitely could be driven to be tidying up the home, changing the home, decorating the home. And also visiting family, probably like long distance family members. You could also be hearing from long distance family members, and you know, working with the World card, which is, you know, the Saturn card is actually ruled by your 10th house, and you know, again, you are being guided to slow down. You're being guided to take a breath, to wake up, but smell the coffee, not wake up and just rush around. And it's not going to be easy for a lot of you. You know, there's excitement in the air. There's a trailblazing energy in the air for a lot of some of you Aries. So, you know, working with the World card, it is saying that, you know, you are going to be doing lots of work. There can be some changes within your career. You're changing anyway because of the Jupiter influence. So, you know, your career is going to be of a high. You're going to be, you know, it's going to be one of the main focuses. Not completely, but also it's going to be family as well. I feel that you're going to be discovering some stuff about your family during this time, the next 3 months, this hot summertime. I could see barbecues happening. I could see, you know, bonding more with your children if you have any, bonding more with like family, bonding more with like your parents as well, and also lots of like deep discussions happening. There could also be a wrapping up of old ties, whether it's, you know, some of you, if you've invested in another home, any type of like real estate, there could be like tying up loose ends with that. You know, there could be, some of you could decide that you want to move closer to your parents, want to be more closer because they, you know, they're getting older. But there is a lot of like discussions going on. I see that a lot of you are going to be traveling because, you know, this Saturn card is about traveling, but it's more on an emotional sense. It's not like business or pleasure. Even if you are with your friends as well, like close-knit friends, it's going to be more sentimental. There could be lots of like discussions around the fire or a fire camp, and you're talking about what happened when you guys were younger, what you guys got up to. They could be telling you how cheeky you were. So it's very sentimental time, but also I do see that it is quite a busy time. Some traveling going on, but not too far. It's just like connecting more with people that you love, siblings and cousins and family. And also, I think during this discussion, you could be doing some self-evaluation as well about your life skills and your work life. Yes, your relationships could also come into the fore as well. There could also be a evaluation on like your family as well. Asking yourself questions. Are you spending more time with your family, or are you spending more time at work? Going with the Empress card, which is a Taurus card. You know, this is like on the main card. They're both the main card, but the Empress card is like of the card of this month. And for you, it's, you know, the fourth house is to do self-care anyway. So when you do have that downtime, Aries, you know, have that nice bath that you've been saying that you was going to do. Like, you know, like really treat yourself, really enjoy yourself in the bath, not just washing quickly and coming out. Really have that leisure time, relax. Massages as well. Putting your feet in the earth, taking your shoes off and putting your feet in the grass, really feeling the earth, really connecting. Again, I see a lot of you are connecting more to family, you know, but it's sentimental, but there's a joyfulness as well. Like you're really enjoying being around people. I think a lot of you, I feel, can be very generous as well, much more generous with money, but also generous with your time, generous with your children. If any of you have grandchildren as well, generous with your friends. You may want to discover more. So this you know, this summer solstice is going to be very different for you, you know, and you might even shock a lot of people. You might be showing a much more sensitive, sentimental side to you. That could even shock your family. But you'll be feeling very different. I feel a lot of you are going to be feeling very different for the next couple of months until we hit the next solstice, which is going to be in your 7th house. But yeah, it's a time to connect to family, but it's going to be a very different time. Taurus, this summer solstice is in your 3rd house, a time of communication with brothers and sisters, siblings, your neighborhood, neighbors, a time of great communication. So a lot of you Taurus might be very chatty, you know. Again, this is going to be a different one for you because we have Uranus. Obviously, Uranus is in your sign from 2018, but you also have the nodes, which is in your sign. So I feel a lot of you this month, one of the main things I'm picking up is that you'll be doing a lot more work on yourself. You know, again, there's going to be some changes happen. Like you, Pisces, yeah, I'll say that the biggest changes are from you, Pisces, Aries, and Scorpio, because of the conjunctions, because of the Jupiter, because of the eclipses. You guys are going to be feeling very different. But for you, Taurus, there's going to be lots more. You know, this is a communication house. There might be some, again, some sentimental leanings as well. But I'm seeing mostly creativity for a lot of you. I'm seeing a lot of creativity. Again, I feel that you guys will be working on your creative projects or some writing projects. If any of you guys are artists in any way, this is actually great because you have the Empress card, which is your card. And I can just like see a vision of Taurus as being in their garden, because you know you guys rule agriculture, being in your garden and just letting like inspiration flow, you know, having like some nice food or nice wine or something nice to eat next to you, and you're just, you know, eating it, but also you are imagining, but you're also gaining inspiration. I feel this is going to be very much a fun time. You know, the eclipses are in your house, which is changing things in a very dramatic way. But the Empress card is your card, and it's gonna show like a softer side that's going to be coming out for a lot of you. Even like how you communicate, your voice, even like your mind thoughts. If you are being stuck on inspiration in any way, Taurus, you know, look, it's a great time to hark back to the past. You're a bit like Cancer. You guys are quite sentimental. And, you know, you and Cancers actually, you know, you both look back to the past a lot. But the difference is with you, Taurus, is you keep busy in order not to live in the past. Whereas Cancers, they feel the past and sometimes they believe that they're still there. You know, and it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing of maintaining balance. So again, if you are finding yourself stuck in any way, you know, looking back on past themes, things, or people could really help you. You know, but I feel a lot of you are going to be finding time to relax, even though it's going to be very hot. You're going to find time to relax, getting together with friends, your siblings, with the world card as well. Again, it's about, I feel there's gonna be some wrapping up. I feel that it's more to do with like, if it's traveling through your mind thoughts that are traveling backwards. You know, Saturn's a card of the past anyway, so I feel that a lot of your mind thoughts will be to do with like when you were younger. Also, some of you, it's actually a great time to be talking to your elders as well, like whether it's your parents or even your grandparents. They could be telling you lots of stories, and you know, I feel that some of you guys may also be very busy and very active on social media, whether it's writing affirmations or writing, you know, inspirational quotes, which would be really good, or just writing in general. This is great to be starting up a blog, writing a book. This is great to be, if you are seeking like a changing job, which I'm sure a lot of you are going to be changing jobs, especially working self-employed. This is great to be starting up a media, maybe a media, like an independent media company. You could be that media mogul. You know, I feel that if whatever you're going to be starting, there's going to be a deep seriousness to this, and this is definitely for the long haul. So I feel that you guys definitely also may be deep in thought about your life, and deep in thought in types of communication. Like if there's anything you want or anything you need to say, it will be considered, but it will also be for the long haul, especially when it comes to career or your skills or something that you've always loved to do, you know. So it's a leisurely time, but it's also a pretty serious time. But again, lots of communication for you. And last but not least, we have Gemini. So Gemini, this is a time of, you know, letting go. This is in your 12th house, you know, so during the summer months, energy wise, may be quite fleeting. And I say that in the nicest way. You know, the 12th house is not an easy house for a lot of Geminis because it's summertime. You want to keep busy, and the summer solstice is, you know, you can be busy, but you also have to rest. You also have to take naps. Some of you Geminis, I feel, maybe pushing yourself. Maybe lots of pushing to get things done, pushing to be active, pushing to be energized. The next couple of months during the summer solstice, really listen to your body. You know, last year we had the nodes and the eclipses in you in Sagittarius' sign. And, you know, last year you may have been, your energy may have been on a high, a different high. And even though, you know, I feel that some of you may have been very lucky to get what you needed to get done, even though for the last, like, nearly 4 months, it was in your 12th house. So this time is very different because you've got eclipses that are in your 12th house as well, 12th and 6th houses, which is about your letting go, working on spirituality, working on projects behind the scenes, you know, open enemies type of season. Your health, your wellness, your work life as well. You're going to be letting go of all these things. So this time, I feel some of you Geminis who are going to be doing the work, there can be a lot of changes that happened, and some of these changes may be sprung on you, but some of these changes may be initiated by you as well. I feel some of you can get quite just a bit sick and tired of doing the same thing, and you're looking for a change. I feel that a lot of you are going to be very much deep in thought about how you want your life to be, especially for next year. So it feels like crunch time for a lot of you. And with the Saturn, you know, with the world card is a card of endings. It's a card of releasing. It's a card of what you've learned so far. And it's going to be time to move on, because after the Saturn card, we have the Fool card, which is a new beginning. So don't be surprised, Geminis, if some of you decide that you actually want to just, I don't know, move to the country, or you want a slower pace of life. Some of you may want to retire. Some of you may want to work on spiritual work. Some of you may want to be creative. Some of you may want to just rest more. Some of you may want to just leave a job. Some of you may decide that certain things are just not worth it. Some of you may even surprise yourself and just want to be alone for a while, for the next 3 months, you know, just, you know, it's not to say you're not going to communicate with people, but it's just alone time, because it's a different time now. And I feel that eclipses are putting a huge springboard on change, whether it's sprung on you or it's initiated by you. So this card is also a karmatic card. So it feels like whatever decisions are going to be made, it's going to be for karmatic reasons as well. Some of you, it's a time to be looking at your health and wellness. You know, if something is hindering you in any way, it's really time to look at that. With the, even going with the Empress card, you know, the Empress card is going to be your guide as well. Your guide to slow down, your guide to, you know, smell the roses, your guide to, you know, go somewhere that is very peaceful, you know, and don't push against your energy, work with your energy. Again, your energy is not going to be as high as it was for the past probably like 2 years. So, you know, and also listen to your dreams. Again, if some of you need to be inspired in any way, especially if the pace of life feels a bit slower, the Empress card is asking you to listen to your dreams, because your dreams will give you lots of inspiration, lots of deep messages as well. You're also, the Empress card is also showing you about listening to your senses and your intuition, because they will really save you in some shape or form. So the pace is very slower now, Geminis. Again, try not to fight it, work with it, because you can gain a lot more than a lot less. You know, again, this is a time of learning for all of the signs. But when the pace of life is slowing down, or even our energies are not really high, that's when change is actually happening. So this is something that we cannot control. And some of you Sagittarius may actually think that now, instead of pushing it, it's just like, okay, let me just see what changes are happening. Because after all, you are a mutable sign. Okay, a mutable is the energies that are traveling. So yes, a slower pace for you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Geminis. So that was the summer solstice message for all the signs, starring the Empress and the World Tarot card messages for all of you. So, you know, during the summer solstice, guys, every year, and and I feel that the planets do definitely play a part in it. And this year is going to be a very different time, okay? Because when we have another summer solstice next year, we'll have Jupiter, which will be in Taurus, which will be a bit more grounding. But because it's Aries, it feels like a brand new beginning, which is going to be happening for all of us. A grand time of expansion, and it's a brand new beginning because Aries is the first sign. So I feel that during this time, the last ending message I'll say is, you know, create, you know, do your rituals. You know, one of the good rituals to do, I try to keep my rituals quite simple in terms of, like, you know, I'm going to definitely, like, you know, sage the crystals and sage the home, have nice food, because Cancer rules, you know, the stomach. So have like some nice food. Also have Epsom salt baths. You can add like essential oils in there, you know, grounding ones, but also ones that can just keep you like your emotions quite balanced. Things like lavender and cedarwood. This is really great for really balancing the hormones, because, you know, Cancer's a sign like Taurus, which is about hormones, but also emotions. So, you know, having something nice to eat, saging your crystals, having a nice Epsom salt bath, even like inviting friends over, you know, inviting that whole summer ritual to come, inviting that whole summer vibe as well. This is really great for, another thing I would say is really great for inviting new creativity into your life, like journaling, writing down your thoughts, because regardless of where it's hitting, all the signs, it's going to, you know, our emotions are going to be playing up. You know, this is a different summer solstice. You know, yes, Saturn's still in Aquarius, but next year it'll be in Pisces, and Jupiter will be in Taurus, and all these changes are coming. So, and also this is the last time we're going to see Saturn in Aquarius during the summer solstice. So, you know, it's really great to be having lots of friends around you and just discussing and, you know, making plans, or, you know, just really catching up. It's going to feel quite mellow, but it also does feel like a brand new beginning. So this message also is saying that, you know, make it count, you know, really make it count, but also see what happens as well. So guys, thank you very much for listening to my summer solstice message for all the signs. You know, feel free to let me know what type of rituals that you'll be doing. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Any more information about me, head to the description below in terms of like donations, so that I can continue to put up videos for you guys. Check out my, you know, other videos as well. And thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.